Greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to y'all as the Big D, with a holiday special review, and this time I bring to you the holiday classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from Rankin-Bass Productions. Now, it was 55 years ago today when this special first came out. Now, of course, it was produced by Rankin-Bass, although the company was originally known as Videocraft International before this, which they had already done a few series already, including The New Adventures of Pinocchio and Tales of the Wizard of Oz. Now, and the special originally premiered on NBC, however, not CBS, where you currently have been watching to this day. Anyway, and when it premiered on NBC, it was sponsored by GE, General Electric, under the umbrella title of the GE Electric Fantasy Hour. Excuse me, everyone. And of course, the special was based on the Johnny Marks song, which was itself based on the poem of the same name, which was written by, writer of the song, Johnny Marks' brother-in-law, Robert L. May. Now, after it had been on NBC for 7 years, it got sent to CBS in 1972, where it still airs to this day. Now, but however, not for long. For the first time ever, tonight, it will actually be showing outside of CBS on Freeform for the first time, along with Rankin-Bass's other popular special, Frosty the Snowman, which I'll be reviewing tomorrow for its 50th anniversary. Now, you got 5 seconds to stop this before I go on. Okay, now then, I only said this for a reason, so that way, in case you have not watched this, but hey, this has been out for 55 years, so you should know this. Anyway, we are introduced to our storyteller, Sam the Snowman, who is voiced by, singer Burl Ives, who I think it was the same year or maybe a few years after this, he starred in the Disney movie Summer Magic with Haley Mills. I've seen it. But anyway, he welcomes us to Christmas Town, where we meet the Clauses. Well, we are going to learn about the Christmas that almost got canceled due to a big snowstorm. Now, Donner, Santa's lead reindeer, and his wife had just given birth to a new fawn whom they named Rudolph. Upon admiring him, they are shocked to see that he's born with a red nose. A glowing red nose, and Santa's shocked too. But Donner tells him that he will... sure this would be done, gone out in some time, but he warns Donner that Rudolph will not make the sleigh team because of his nose, so Donner decides to try to hide it by covering it with mud. Then, a year later, goes out to the reindeer games, where he meets all others, and has fallen for a beautiful doe named Clarice. Yes, everybody's trying to fly and make Ralph's team, and Comet is the coach, and he gets to meet with Clarice. After he goes back and asks if he would like to walk home with him, she goes, Rudolph, and it's like, I think you're cute, and yeah, it's like, I'm cute! Jumps wide in the air. Oh, wow, that's cool. Apparently, celebrating with the other bucks, including one he named Fireball, unfortunately, a fake nose that Donner puts on pops off, and boy, it scares and freaks him out. And invite them that they won't let Rudolph join any reindeer games. Santa's disappointed as well. Soon He's disappointed even when Clarice meets him, but Clarice really likes the nose. But sooner Dad catches her in the act and goes home with him. So Rudolph's all alone. And there he meets an elf who runs away from Santa's workshop named Hermie. Yes, because he wants to be a dentist instead of making toys. So they run away together, and there they soon encounter a prospector named Yukon Cornelius, who is voiced by Larry D. Mann, who actually previously did voice acting work in Tales of the Wizard of Oz. He voiced the Tin Man, Rusty Tin Man Tail, and even the Wicked Witch of the West. Yeah, you better believe it, people. If you don't believe me, look up that show. It is actually on YouTube, Tales of the Wizard of Oz. And if you find anything with those two characters, you're gonna know that's the same person who did Yukon Cornelius. So he starts his whole life to find silver and gold, but never does. But soon they encounter the main antagonist of this, well, sort of main antagonist, the big worry here, the abominable snow monster of the north. The Bumble, of course, for short. Soon after they manage to escape from it, they land on the island of Misfit Toys, where unloved or unwanted toys live with their ruler, a winged lion named King Moonracer. Well, King allows them to stay one night on the island until they can tell Santa to find homes for these toys. So they make plans, but Rudolph decides to leave on his own. Time passes and Rudolph grows into a young stag, but once he's back, he still endures mockery from the others. He returns home to find that his parents and Clarice have left to find him. So Santa's worried. Soon, Rudolph manages to find them and tries to save Clarice, but is hit in the head by a stalactite. Hermie and Yukon return and try to save him, and Hermie lures them out by making pig sounds and pulls out all his teeth after Yukon knocks him out. But Yukon decides to have some fun. It's like, let me out! And eventually falls off over the cliff with the Bumble. Well, mourning their friends' presumed death, all of them return home, and everyone apologizes to them. After hearing their story, Santa promises Rudolph that he will find the misfit toys some new homes. The head elf tells Hermie he can open his own dentist's office after Christmas, a week after Christmas is. Donner apologizes for being hard on Rudolph as well. But however, to their surprise, the Yukon returns with a tame Bumble, now trained to trim a Christmas tree. Ho! Well, Christmas Eve comes, and while everybody's celebrating, Santa reluctantly announces that the weather has forced him to cancel Christmas. But soon Rudolph's nose starts flashing red, and then Santa couldn't believe it. He thought that was a perfect inspiration. He told Rudolph he would lead the way through the snowstorm. So, as the sun goes, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Yeah, and it would be an honor. And so, they fly off to the island of Misfit Toys and gets them. And well, you know the rest of the story. Went down in history. Anyway, I love the story for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. If you have not seen it, so you went through this video without heeding my warning, you were warned. But I highly recommend this. This is a high recommendation. It's been one of my favorites. I do have it on DVD, but I didn't want to dig through to get it. So, anyway, that's why I'm not watching on TV anymore. I will watch it maybe once or twice every Christmas season. But I absolutely love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I've loved watching this every single December as a kid till my adulthood. And I always will. Now, the rest of the voiceovers include Billy Richards as Rudolph, Paul Souls as Hermie. Let's see now. Stan Francis doing the voices of Santa and King Moonracer. Alfie Scop voicing Fireball. And the Allen Misfit Toys Sentry, the Charlie in the Box. Let's see. Janice Orenstein voices Clarice. We also have lots of others. Paul Kligman voicing Donner, Comet, and Clarice's father. Kligman would later go on to voice J. Jonah Jameson in the original Spider-Man cartoon 3 years later after this. There's Carl Banas, voices the head elf and various Misfit toys. Corinne Connolly as the rag doll you see named Dolly on the Allen Misfit Toys. And Peg Dixon, also another voiceover from the original Spider-Man cartoon, voicing Mrs. Claus and Mrs. Donner. So anyway, I love every bit of Rudolph. It's great. It's a good story. It's got great characters. It's got great songs as well. I mean, since Burl Ives does most of them, but there are some other good songs too. So, anyway, definitely give it a shot. This ranks as one of my absolute favorite holiday specials alongside Frosty, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and the Charlie Brown Christmas. So, anyway, now you know the story of, well, through my review of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. What did you think of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the great 1964 classic that just turned 55? Please let me know what you thought about it in the comments section. Like and subscribe to my channel and be a part of the Big D Nation. And tomorrow I'll be reviewing Frosty the Snowman for its 50th anniversary. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.